In this video, I participate in the annual Great Backyard Bird Count. Joining forces with Hawkin and his friends, we play a fun round of Wingspan, the best game of all time, and go searching for 2 rare birds as the finale for the day. Come with me on this adventure and let's see what birds we can find.
Killed about 60% of all of the chicks. So this species has really been hammered by all of these threats.
What's up, dude?
What's up, Hawkin?
Check out this stupid shirt.
I love stupid shirts. That looks awesome. Birding goes both ways. What's up, everybody? Back with another video today, and I'm joined here by Hawkin from Hawkin the Lens, and it's the Great Backyard Bird Count. Hawkin does an awesome job hosting a little party every single year, at least last year and this year, for the Great Backyard Bird Count. Basically what we do is we set up the feeders, we put our camera up on the birds, film everything that we could possibly see, and we play some Wingspan, the best board game of all time. So we're gonna do some of that today, but also we might go looking for some rarities that are nearby in the area. So stick with me. We've got some awesome backyard birds to come, and we're gonna go hunt for some rarities as well. The day consisted of setting up the cameras on tripods and spending some time slow birding with the backyard birds. The most abundant bird in the yard were the house finches, and yeah, the house sparrows as well. The reality of feeding birds in the United States and Utah is that house finches will probably be the #1 most abundant bird at your feeder, and there's a high chance that house sparrows will take advantage of the seed as well. The Great Backyard Bird Count is about spending time with friends and family and taking time to enjoy the birds that are right outside of your window. In addition to the traditional house-style feeder, we also had a tube feeder set up with a suet feeder on another hook and a platform feeder below. Birds weren't the only thing present in this backyard. Eastern fox squirrels were abundant and probably accounted for a good chunk of the seed loss. It was really fun watching them run around, and I really don't mind squirrels. All right, so Hawkin and I are noticing a few things this Great Backyard Bird Count. So last year, we had a lot more species than we do so far this year. There were chickadees last year. There were a lot more juncos. I've only seen 1 or 2 of those total this entire time. And last year there was a lot less house sparrows. Now, something we were talking about is that this is Hawkin's friend's house, who's done an incredible job with their yard. But a possibility is the quality of seed you use. And I think for a little while, or a couple weeks maybe, the seed was mostly millet, which house sparrows will eat pretty much anything. So maybe some of those other birds decided, we're gonna go check out some other backyards, and now we're left with a ton more house sparrows this year. Not exactly sure on the cause, but it is something interesting. Also, some of you might be upset that there's house sparrows highlighted in this video, but this is the reality that we live in North America. These invasive species have really taken over a lot of the birds in North America, and house sparrows are one of the main culprits for that, one of the most numerous invasive species here. We've also had starlings fly over, so they're obviously going to be highlighted in the video because they're part of the backyard bird feeding reality that we have in North America. One of my favorite birds that we've seen today is obviously these lesser goldfinches out on the feeder, and they're absolutely stunning. I think they're one of the most beautiful birds in North America, often overshadowed by the American goldfinch, but lesser goldfinches are still pretty cool. We're just waiting to see if the downy woodpeckers come back. There is a suet block out here, and last year we had 2 of them, and they were here pretty much the whole time. Hawkin, I believe. Hawkin, have you seen them today?
Saw 1 this morning.
Hawkin has seen 1 this morning, but hasn't seen it since. So I'm hoping that it'll show it for me so I can highlight it for you guys. But we won't spend too much time here. I am going to set up the GoPro for a cool time lapse up close to the feeder, so you'll be able to get up close and personal with some of these birds. And then we're definitely gonna go look for some of these rarities. So stay with me, this video's not over. I hope you've had a good backyard bird count yourself. Again, the most abundant birds by far were these house finch. Despite how common they are, it was really fun to observe their behavior as they delicately picked up the seeds and cracked them open. The morning continued forward, and we still hadn't seen a few of the species we saw last year, including the downy woodpecker. Up in the trees, though, were the lesser goldfinches. These birds were definitely my favorite to observe throughout the day. Their colors, while still muted from the winter, were stunning against the relatively grayscale background. Honestly, it was kind of nice to just set the camera on a tripod and let the birds come to us. I will say that I really do enjoy going on birding adventures and traveling while birding, but someday I really hope to have my own yard to cultivate for the birds. Eventually, the lesser goldfinches came down to the platform feeder, offering even better views than before, until the house finches bullied them off of their perch. Above us in the trees was a new visitor, another introduced species to North America, the Eurasian collared dove. Across the yard was a bird that does not tend to visit seed setups because it consumes mostly fruit. That was the American robin. The lesser goldfinches obviously love the finch feeder on the left. They'll visit pretty much any feeder type that you have, but finch tube feeders are definitely one of their favorites. The platform feeder, though, was the most versatile in terms of bird diversity. And like I mentioned before, it seems like the house finches have the advantage over the lesser goldfinches. Maybe that's because there are more of them, or maybe it's a size thing. But it was interesting to see them drive them away. Whenever they left, though, the lesser goldfinches would take their spot and also have their fill. But let's enjoy this quick time lapse to illustrate just how many birds were taking advantage of the feast. Okay, so this video is far from over, but it is time for us to head inside and get going on a Wingspan game. Hawkin's friends are here, and they're not as big of birders as we are, so they're here for the games. And yeah, I'd love to play some Wingspan. Hawkin's kind of the pro. I'll keep you updated on who wins. Did you win last year? Ben won last year. You've met Ben once in a video, actually.
It's also going to be my first time playing the expansion, so we'll see how it goes.
Hawkin just got the expansion, he's saying, and it's his first time playing it, so yes, very excited to play this game. You'll see some footage of Wingspan mixed in with some more birds. We're hoping the woodpeckers and the chickadees come back to the feeders. I'll try to capture them through this big window that we have upstairs and keep you updated. And then stay tuned. We're gonna go look for some of those rare birds. Let's go. If you've never played Wingspan before, just understand that it is my favorite game of all time and features beautiful bird art, pieces, and strategy. It's a strategy game where you build up your habitat playing birds, laying eggs, gathering food, and drawing new birds to gain points. I'm going to draw, lay an egg, and then return my snowcap. While we played, we kept our eyes on the window and it paid off, adding a northern flicker to our list for the day, briefly visiting the backyard setup. But then near the end of the game, the finale happened, a downy woodpecker visiting the suet feeder. Yes! We waited all day for this bird, and it was amazing to finally add it to our list. But let's get back to the game to see who won.
Final scores. In 5th place, we have Alicia with 82.
That's really high.
It's a high last place.
Yeah.
In 4th place, we have Gabe with 107.
Oh, that's really
That's that could be a winning score in any other
In
game.
3rd place, we have Ben with 119.
Wow, damn.
In 2nd place, we have Jordan with 120. And in 1st place is me with 141.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Nerd alert! Hello.
Okay, sweaty.
Good job,
I
Hawkin.
like its expansion, yeah.
Hey, well done. Well, as you saw, Hawkin killed all of us, but we kept the good times rolling by heading after a few rare visitors that had been there for weeks. Surely my recent bad luck would end, right? Another hard-to-find bird in the Salt Lake area is the Barrow's goldeneye, and we were looking for it, but these were common goldeneyes. Also present and a surprise to nobody was this American coot. They're really fun birds though, let's be honest, especially when they give you a look at their alien-like feet. What was a surprise was the seasonally early and first of the year spotted sandpiper. You can always tell it's a spotted sandpiper because of how it bobs its tail up and down as it walks. Alright, so we're at the spot where Hawkin originally had found the Ross's goose. A little bit further down actually, but found the flock that Hawkin saw the goose in, and it's not there. Here looking for the Ross's goose. Anyways, the reason we know it's the same flock is because the gray-lag goose, a domestic kind of escapee goose, is hanging out with this flock over here, but the Ross's goose isn't there. So bad luck so far today. We're going to see maybe, I don't know what we're gonna do next, but I haven't seen a Ross's goose since 2023. It would be nice to pick one up today. We did just pick up a rare bird. It's one that obviously I already have on my list, and that's the Barrow's goldeneye. The thing about Barrow's goldeneyes is that they're only found consistently in Utah and Cache County, at least at the same spot every year. So finding one here in Salt Lake City is really
awesome. There's a few that show up here every single year as well, but they're not as consistent as First Dam in Cache County. So really happy to pick up that bird, the Barrel's Goldeneye. Losing hope on the Ross's goose, unfortunately. We went all the way down, no sign of the Ross's goose. We may have waited too long to find that bird, but that's on us. So if we see it, we'll see it hopefully at the golf course with the long-tailed ducks. Stick with me, let's see if we can find these last couple species.
We got very excited to see the cedar waxwing flock fly over our heads. Unfortunately, there wasn't a Bohemian waxwing hanging out with them. These are still gorgeous birds, but it would have been awesome to pick up a lifer as well. We arrived at the canal where the long-tailed ducks had been seen for weeks, and it became clear to us that the Barrel's Goldeneyes were also everywhere. The most abundant bird in the canal was the ringneck ducks. Ducks are some of my favorite birds to film and observe. There's just so many fascinating species. Near the end of the canal, we found another new species for the day, these ruddy ducks. But what was obvious to us was that the long-tailed ducks were nowhere to be found. My bad luck continues, but the day was still amazing, regardless. We got more fantastic views of the green-headed common goldeneyes on the way back down the canal. These really are a treat every winter here in the state of Utah. What was also incredible was the view of the iconic Utah mountains being splashed with a bit of the sunset. What an amazing day.
Thanks for hosting. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Hawkin, thank you for setting it up.
Of course.
Party.
Good to see ya.
Good to see you too. All right, everybody, that's gonna do it for this video. Unfortunately, we got skunked again. I think I have bad luck. Last week, bad luck. This week, bad luck. We did get the Barrel's Goldeneyes. That's a new county bird. A big thanks to Ben over here for hosting this year's Backyard Bird Count, and Hawkin, of course, for setting it up. Make sure you go give Hawkin a follow over on his channel. It's Hawkin the Lens. Link will be in the description below. And always, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I hope to see you all next time on Bright Eyed Birding.